common question with Mapelastic AquaDefense is, how long does it take to dry? This seems like a simple question, but the answer is not quite as straightforward as you may think. There are a couple things to consider when asking this question. Are you asking when is it dry enough to set tile over? Or are you asking when is it dry enough for a flood test? Flood testing always requires at least 12 hours of drying time before beginning the test. If you just want to move forward with a tile installation, it's typically 30 to 50 minutes after applying the final coat. If it sounds like I'm hedging, I suppose I am. Mapelastic AquaDefense is essentially a liquid rubber when it's first applied. The water that makes it liquid, and therefore easy to apply, needs to evacuate, either into the substrate or into the atmosphere. This process leaves behind a cohesive, continuous rubber sheet that's waterproof. The conditions of the substrate and the environment around the membrane will greatly affect the drying time. Imagine a damp towel hung on a rack with warm, dry air moving all around it. It'll dry much faster than taking that same towel, lying it on top of another damp towel, and throwing it into a dark, cool room. If you're applying Mapelastic AquaDefense over dry, porous concrete or cement backer board, the first coat will dry typically pretty fast. That's because the moisture is being pulled out by the substrate and it's evaporating into the air. However, MAPEI's instructions call for a second coat of AquaDefense, which will dry much differently than the first. Think about it. You have a dry first coat of waterproofing membrane, so now the substrate will not be able to pull moisture out of the second coat. The second coat will have to dry almost exclusively by evaporation into the air, and that takes additional time. Another common scenario is applying AquaDefense over green or fresh mud beds. We see this in fast-track shower installations where a mud bed was installed on the day before they tried to install the waterproofing. This is much like the towel example because the moisture from the mud bed is still trying to evaporate and keeps the AquaDefense from drying correctly. Understanding how different conditions will affect the drying time is just a start. And remember, you can always call us at 800-992-6273 with any questions, or you can visit our website at www.mapei.com.